Hey, this is new. Check this out, guys. Welcome to SeaWorld San Diego and their brand new security booth. Looks very beach inspired. This is awesome. Our last visit here was in 2022, so we got a lot of cool stuff to check out. Whoa, they did a completely new entrance here. The wave is gone. Man, that kind of sucks. That was my favorite SeaWorld entrance. But I mean, this still looks great. It's wide open, very fresh and modern. But not gonna lie, I am gonna miss the wave. This new entrance really fits within that SeaWorld brand, I feel like. I really think about Pipeline, how does it seem to surfing in the ocean, and this is right in line with it.
Yeah, it looks nice. I like it. I don't remember super well what the old one looked like because I've only been here one other time. But at first when you said new entry experience, I thought you were talking about all this. And I'm like, no, that was here before. I'm not crazy.
Yeah. No, I actually think that SeaWorld San Diego has the best entry of any of the SeaWorld parks here in the U.S.
The critters.
Yeah.
Pet them.
Yeah, SeaWorld San Antonio. Last time we were there in November, we said they need something like this up front, and that would help complete the experience once you're in through the turnstiles. This is straight out of that one Victorious episode.
It feels so funny.
Okay, who wants to come see me? Oh my gosh. Whoa, that is so weird. That is so bizarre.
It tickles so bad.
Ooh. Whoa. So we got quick queue for the day, and look at this. It says it includes Tidal Twister. That red literally got removed. Why is it still on here? That's hilarious. I love these dolphin sculptures right here in the ground. They look awesome. This park is so beautiful. If you've never been here before, it is awesome. So obviously the big new change since our last visit is Arctic Rescue. So it's an Intamin straddle coaster. It's over by Emperor. It replaced the wild Arctic area. So that's gonna be a fun time. That opened last year.
I haven't really heard much about it. I haven't heard anyone's reviews really. So going into it open-minded. I like some of the other ones. I like Wavebreaker's fun. Dark House was fun, or Dark Coaster. Sorry. I know it's not gonna run freaking Jet Rescue at SeaWorld Australia. I know it'll probably be more akin to the other ones. So I'm sure I'll like it. I don't think it'll be oh my gosh, this is amazing attraction, but I think it'll be really fun for families.
They have more dolphin statues over here on the other side of the dolphin habitat. I had a realization of why I felt like I'd seen these before. It's because I have seen something very similar to this. They just installed some of these over at SeaWorld Orlando by the Orca Stadium. So yeah, I guess they have them here at San Diego now too. So here it is, the moment we've been waiting for. Arctic Rescue, the brand new Intamin straddle coaster. This is the entrance. It's the same area for where the Wild Arctic Simulator was. So same building, but they put a roller coaster all the way back there. We're going through the entrance, but first look, we got a test vehicle out front. Looks solid. You go left for the ride, and then right if you just want to do the animal exhibits. Oh, well, this is kind of cool. I remember seeing very similar boards in the queue for Icebreaker at SeaWorld Orlando. Looks like they just copied it over but applied it to San Diego. And look at this, they do have a single rider line. That's exciting. Wow. This is the station.
Yeah. Where do you want to sit?
Should we do the back the first time?
Okay.
We can go to the back row. This is kind of neat. I mean, it's not over the top or anything, but it's so cool.
I like the bottom here.
No, the different colored lights and everything are nice. That's a good touch.
It's the fact that they gave this a whole indoor themed station.
And Emperor has...
And Emperor, they couldn't even give him a roof.
No, not even a roof. I will also add, we were able to skip the line for Arctic Rescue using our quick queue, even though it does not have Arctic Rescue on the list of valid attractions. Because remember when I mentioned that Tidal Twister is still on here? I'm pretty sure that these are outdated because obviously Tidal Twister is not around, but Arctic Rescue also works for it. So I think they should probably start printing that accurate information on them. Upon closer look at the station, I really don't like that you can just see the ventilation over here.
Oh, I have to point that out.
They made this part look so good, but over here, it just looks very unfinished. There we have it. We just got off our first 2 rides on Arctic Rescue. We did the back row both times. It's fun. It's cute.
Yeah, these rides are really, really fun. Like, they're not the most intense, but like, I guess if you've never done one before, it's like, think about riding Hagrid's and like, just like the more gentle sections. You know what I mean? Like, not like the last launch, not the backward or the everything else, but like just the more like the first launch. Right? It's like kind of meandering and chill, but it still has like some G-forces in there, and it's very fun. Like, that's how it feels.
To me, this felt exactly like a bigger outdoor version of Dart Coaster. Like, felt very similar in like forces, but obviously that has some more creativity because of the space that it's limited to.
This is a long ride, though.
It is long, yeah. And what's crazy is, in case you guys are like unfamiliar, this ride was originally supposed to be even longer. There was originally supposed to be a 4th launch.
That's crazy.
And then they had to dial back a little bit, I believe because of the pandemic. Yeah, because this ride, I think, was one of the ones that was planned before the COVID shutdown. So, yeah, it just opened up last year, and yeah, it was good. I liked it. I think that landscaping-wise, it was like pretty dressed up. They had lots of like gravel that was like different colors. They had a helicopter out there. There were some like signs. There was a brief little tunnel. I think they could have done a little more, but like all things considered, it doesn't look ugly.
I mean, it's SeaWorld level theming. They used to be known more for thematics, but it's definitely dialed back. And I would say layout-wise, I prefer this, I think, over like Wave Breaker at San Antonio. But San Antonio, I like the setting because it's on the water.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I will also say that in terms of like the thrill level here in this park, Manta is still more thrilling, with of course Emperor being like the most thrilling roller coaster in the park. So this is a good stepping stone. Like, if you're trying to get into roller coasters, I would start here before going to Manta. So they did make them feel like different enough, and of course the seating setup is very different, and it's fun. It's cool riding on a jet ski like that.
So I got a pretty nice shirt here for Arctic Rescue.
That's fun. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just like the logo and the name of the park on the shirt, it looks good. We walked in from down there, so we didn't even see this, but this is like the formal entrance to this building. That looks way cooler. Yeah, that's a much better front entrance. I was like, wow, that's kind of a lackluster entrance, but no, you're supposed to see it from this side.
That's us.
That was us. Oh, look, they even have like coaster track here. That's fun. I have no idea why, but they have this like fence barricaded up around this pizza place. So if you want to go ride Manta, you have to go all the way around through Dolphin Point instead of just like walking to the entrance right over there. It's very, very strange. As someone who always goes to theme parks with a backpack, the SeaWorld lockers have always driven me crazy because look how skinny they are. It like barely fits a backpack, and in particular here, they do not have a movable locker, despite the fact that they have lockers at every single big roller coaster. So that means you're paying $3 every time you need to use a locker, which definitely sucks. Two rides there in the back row of Manta. I love the whips that it has. Like, it really just pulls you and like snaps you into place over and over again, primarily in like the back half of the section. And then like the first half, it just has these like light moments of floater airtime. It's really like graceful, it's cool. You're like moving like a manta ray.
Yeah, well, I don't know if manta rays move quite that fast, but it's a nice thought. So I was talking to this little kid in line who was like, yeah, I'm about to ride my first ever roller coaster. I'm like, you're starting with this?
They don't have a kiddie coaster here. Now that Tidal Twister's gone, it's a small plot of land. Maybe, just maybe, you put a kiddie coaster there. Like something from like Zamperla or something. I don't know. I feel like that'd be a good fit here.
Yeah, this is like the cutest kid ever. He was like curious about how the gates were like closing and opening on their own. And his mom goes, I think it's magic. And he goes, no, I think Jesus closes them.
Jesus has got other things to be worrying about than the gates at Manta.
No, he's very concerned about Manta's gates.
Last thing I will add, we have ridden all of the Manta roller coasters in the past 6 months. which is so funny. One of the things we were saying at Manta at SeaWorld Abu Dhabi is how when you launch, we wish that it had the tunnel effect that is on this ride. Where like it has the projections of the mantas coming at you and everything. And like after doing this again, I'm like, man, that really is what Manta at SeaWorld Abu Dhabi is missing. Like, that'd be so cool.
Where the heck are we right now? I don't even know this part.
Yeah, so welcome to the back of SeaWorld San Diego.
The waterfront.
There's a Skyride all the way over there, and we're gonna go do it. If you've never been here to SeaWorld San Diego, the park quite literally sits on the water. There's not the ocean, as you can see land over on the other side, and the views are just spectacular. But the Pacific Ocean is real close nearby. Like, as you're riding Emperor, you can see it from the top. It's really, really cool. So let's go for a ride on that Skyride. It is $6 unless you're a pass member. In that case, you ride for free.
That me.
This launch is about to be better than Slinky Dog Dash. What?
Definitely did not know this existed.
A lot of people don't. It's very hidden.
It's extremely hidden. Like, it's like, you gotta keep walking past Manta, keep going.
There's like no other rides back here.
Oh man,
so.
but it is cold. Also, it was like beautiful and sunny. Like
I know. It looks like this was filmed over like 3 different days.
Yeah, look at Manta from back here though.
Yeah, that's really cool
Dang.
actually. You can see a bunch of pools back there. I think that's where they store some animals when they're doing like rehabilitation. Check out this marina. It's really, really cool. Here we go, about to hit the turnaround point. And we're back. Nice ride.
It's short, but yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
good.
like it. And I think it said that they donate all the money to like their rescue program.
Aw.
That's nice.
Cool. So it's worth the $6. You
Yeah,
just
well,
helped a sea turtle.
It was free for me because
All right.
I paid for an annual pass.
This place really emptied out. Like we're like some of the only people on this pathway.
We're also kind of like in a weird tucked back part of the park
Yeah.
where I don't feel like there was a reason for a lot of people to be back here right now.
Correct.
Unless you just did the Skyride.
Yeah. No, it's definitely strange. Well, here's a ride we will not be doing today, which we're completely fine with. It's Electric Eel, the Skyrocket 2. For whatever reason, not open. Oh well, it's all right. We've done plenty of these before. And literally right after learning that Electric Eel is down, so is Emperor. That is so bizarre. They said it was open for a couple hours earlier, but it was before we got there. And now it's down, so I guess we'll find out if it's gonna open. This tree right here in front of the Sky Tower is insane. Look how huge this thing is. Dude, this park just has some insane natural greenery. It's awesome. We're eating at Hibisco. They have Mexican food, and we still cannot avoid the 5% surcharge. Love spending $20 for food. Every time.
Insanity. I don't know when they hit a point where they're like, oh, we can't charge this much anymore. People aren't going to get anything.
The thing is, we're trapped. We don't have anywhere to go. We gotta eat, or else we gotta leave the park. Well, it might not be a $20 meal, but it's still not bad. We got some chips that came with it. Here's our burrito.
They have like a toppings bar, which
yeah,
is cool.
the toppings are nice. So yeah, there was like tomato, cilantro, and this like sour cream kind of dipping sauce. How is your quesadilla?
Actually pretty good. I like it.
Dude, this bird was just on a trash can. Look, now he's on a tray. Wow. What is he thinking about? He's like, food, gimme food. SeaWorld San Diego may not be getting a new ride for 2024, but they are getting a brand new experience. It's called Jewels of the Sea. It is a jellyfish experience. And you can see that they already have some jellyfish out. There's some work walls. This gives you an idea of what it will look like. For those of you that have been to SeaWorld Australia, they have a really cool jellyfish exhibit. And I know that's not the same SeaWorld company, but this definitely reminds me of that experience. So it's going over here in the Ocean Explorers Land. So as of when we're visiting, it is not ready yet, but I'm sure that is going to be great. I love seeing new animal experiences still getting added here. I can't even remember the last time that we saw something like that added to SeaWorld Orlando or San Antonio. All right, and you guys see this big work wall all the way around? That's because last time we were here, there was a big old ride here. It's called Tidal Twister. It was a Skyline Attractions Skywarp Horizon model. The only one that was ever built They removed it recently. Now it says, pardon our splash, new and exciting improvements. I don't even know if they know what's going here. You can see that they have the rapids over on the other side. So that does mean that they are a little limited on space. Tidal Twister had a very small footprint, so I'm sure eventually we'll see something else go here. But yeah, that ride did not make it very long, that's for sure. And something I will just add is that Tidal Twister was a prototype from Skyline Attractions, so SeaWorld San Diego obviously took a risk by getting it. It definitely had its fair share of technical difficulties. It was down quite a few times. I know they tried their best to make it work, but you know, that sometimes happens when you get a prototype. Skyline does still offer the model for sale, but they have updated it to include lap bars. Since I got to ride it, that was probably the biggest downside about it, was it was rough and kind of uncomfortable. So the new version, if they ever sell one, does sound better. So to conclude our day here at SeaWorld San Diego, we did Arctic Rescue in the front row.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
I was freezing though. Like,
It
I did
got
not
cold
dress
again.
For the weather. Like it was. The thing is, when I looked at the weather this morning, it was like in the 70s and like sunny. I'm like, ah, dress weather, sundress weather. Like, come on. It's not. It's not at all.
Thanks, California.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, good sense of speed up front. I like the way that takes the maneuvers. Would you say?
More fun up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say front or back. I think I would lean towards front. Yeah, I think front was pretty good.
The thing is, it's not an overly intense ride, and usually when you like opt for the back row, it's because they're getting pulled through like certain elements with a lot of speed, and like.
That's not really what this ride is about.
Yeah, that's not really what this ride is. So it's more of like the fun visual aspect. So I think I would definitely go front.
Shame about Emperor. Not what Woody would have liked, but it's all right. I mean, I've been to SeaWorld San Diego several times. I know that we'll be
twice.
back. Yeah, and yeah, we're not gonna be done going to SeaWorld San Diego. Like the thing is, you can easily combine this with parks from Southern California. Like you have the new roller coaster going to Universal Hollywood. That's going to be a big deal. That's going to cause us to come back in this area, and especially if they do continue investing in this park, adding new roller coasters, which they have been doing at a pretty good rate, then I'm sure we'll be back sooner than later.
My only thing that like deters me from wanting to come back here is the like locker thing. It felt like you paid whatever to get in, which I have a platinum, so I paid for the year. And then every ride I want to do, I had to pay $3 for my like camera, my bag. I'm like, it'd be one thing, I don't mind, you know, when you go to a park and it's like you pay $10 and you can do the lockers all day. But this felt like every attraction I had to pay $3 for. This is like kind of ridiculous. I don't know.
It is, yeah. I remember when a lot of parks had the lockers like early on, they didn't have the movable system, but most of them upgrade to a movable system. SeaWorld San Diego still does not have that yet, and it's a problem.
It kills your flexibility too, because you have to be like, okay, well, we have to maximize our time here at Manta or whatever because we bought a locker. So we have to ride it a bunch of times in a row. Like there's no like ride it once, then go somewhere else, and then come back to it later. Otherwise, you got to pay for it again. So it's really obnoxious, actually.
It is obnoxious. So be aware of that if you are bringing a bag into this park. So that does it for our visit here, which overall was a good time.
Yeah.
This park is beautiful. It's so refreshing to visit, and we did it all without actually seeing like any of the animal exhibits.
Well, we saw the penguins.
Yeah,
and
a little bit,
there was a bird who was trying to get everybody's food at lunch.
Yeah, but like this was not as.
I saw some dolphins.
Okay, there we go. I will say though, if you do come here for the first time, plan to see those. I mean, we had at least seen them before, so we were a little bit more ride focused and some of the things that we hadn't done. In my case, a while, like the Skyride, or you'd never done them before.
Well, also full disclosure, we didn't really have a full day here because we flew in last night and we got very delayed. And we flew into LA, so we had to drive 2 hours this morning, and we were like, we are not gonna rope drop this park, so we didn't have a full day.
Yeah. So, it happens, but still got multiple rides in on Arctic Rescue, multiple in on Manta, so I call it a win.
Yeah, I would have liked to have done Emperor, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens.
Next time.
It is a little weird, though, that the B&M is the one that was having technical problems. Usually, it's the other way around, but the Intamin was open the whole time. Go figure. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course, make sure to stay tuned for more here at Coaster Studios, and we'll see you next time.